Hi guys, today I'm going to be introducing a game I've made a while ago called My Tunnel of Doom. It's a really simple game to say the least. It's basically this game where you use your mouse to move this little cat around this maze. And if it touches the maze, it will pause and it'll go back. So this is a really simple game that I made a really long time ago. I am going to be improving it more with some more fair hitboxes and maybe even a new character, because right now I'm using the default Scratch Cat because when I'm trying to make a sort of character I have in mind, it doesn't exactly work. And just so you know, if you are playing this is actually, you don't have to click or hold the mouse. It follows the mouse pointer at all times. So I just wanted to show basically about this game, about this little project I've made. It doesn't really have much code. Only some things that I tried to implement, for some reason they just didn't work. But I'll go through it step by step. So the first thing is the base stuff. When the green flag is clicked, it'll set the cat size to 15, which, if you're wondering, is the only considerable size to have this cat at, because I accidentally made the tunnel a little too skinny. I had it originally at 10% size, but you could just barely see the cat, so I decided not to go with that. Then I made it so the cat goes to the front layer, which would be really important because it doesn't want to be absorbed by the maze when it touches it. And we have a little forever loop here. This is a variable I use to make sure the time stops counting while the player is dead. Then we'll go to the beginning, which is x negative 203, y 159. Then it'll wait until the cat is touching the mouse pointer, which is how you saw I controlled the cat. And it does work on mobile, just it's kind of scuffed and you can barely see the cat because your thumb is right over it. And then this piece of script is going to repeat until you're touching the tunnel sprite, which is basically just the tunnel. It'll go to the mouse pointer, which is how you controlled it, and and that's all there is. Then it's going to detect if it's touching the home over in the middle. Then what it's going to do is stop the other scripts in this sprite, which is considerably not much. It'll broadcast a well done message, and it'll play sound gold cheer, and it'll stop this script as well. And this is where it actually works, the time stopping method. This is only going to happen when you touch the tunnel. It's going to set a variable called time stop to 1, and this is where the timer is controlled. When green flag clicked, set time to 0, and forever it'll wait 1 second and it'll check if the time stop equals 0. Then it'll change time by 1, go over, wait 1 second again, and it'll keep on counting up by a second. But if it isn't equal to 0, then it'll change time by 0, so it'll wait until the forever loop repeats and the time starts increasing again. Then it's going to play the boom cloud sound that I found in the sound library that sounded like a sort of good sound to stop whenever the cat dies. And it repeats all over again. It sets the time stop to 0, so it continues time. And this is just to add like the music in the background. I will make some adjustments so you can mute it and stuff like that. Like even now I'm just going to drag it to the backdrop, the stage, just to make sure it's not in the way if I'm modifying this game. This is the time loop I've mentioned earlier. This is the when I receive well done. So what it basically would do is if your best time equals 0 or the time is less than the best time, then it'll set the best time variable to time. And as you can see, you see this little cloud icon. That just proves it's a cloud variable. The reason I made it a cloud variable was because for some reason whenever I started it, when I started the project, it would default back to the original best time, which was like around 30 seconds or so, and it wouldn't actually save, which was kind of frustrating. And this was a bit of code I was trying to add. It would ask what your name is, and it would wait, and it'll set the best player variable to answer. And again, I needed to make it a cloud variable, otherwise it wouldn't save. But something I realized is that cloud variables don't exactly allow any characters other than numbers, which was kind of a letdown. So I took it out of the script and thought of trying to find a way to do some encoding and decoding to make it work. Then the tunnel sprite, that doesn't have much in it. It has the when green flag click, go to 0, 0. And forever it'll just change its color effect by 2, which as you can see kind of makes it glow rainbow. There is the home button that when the green flag is clicked, it just set its size to 50 because it was a little big when it was in its 100. Yeah, that seems a bit too big, so I'm just setting it to 50 for now. Here's a congrats sign. When the green flag is clicked, it'll hide itself and it'll go to 0, 0. And remember the broadcast well done? Yeah, when the congrats sign also receives the well done, it'll show itself, it'll go to the front layer and it'll change its color effect by 20. And if you'd like to see that, yeah, this is what it would look like. So I'm just gonna stop that. And that was pretty much all there was to this game. It was really a simple game that I started off my Scratch career as. And the reason I wanted to record this video was because I just wanted you guys to see something I created a long time ago. And yes, I am including the mute stuff to it. And the link is in the link for this project is in the description and in the comment section. But that is all for the video. See ya.